How's it going, everybody? This is GoldenBolt, and welcome back for some more Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. You may have noticed that we are here at Buried Relic once again, here to fight Regirock, Regice, and Registeel again. And hey, we're in video format. It's been a little while since we've been in video format, but I'm here to recruit all three of the legendary golems. I'm also going to just kind of off-screen take a look and see if I can find Mew here in this dungeon. If you missed our initial run through this dungeon where we first did Buried Relic and got the music box, it was a live stream in the early 40s, I think was the episode, and here today we are on episode 50, which means we are here at the beginning of the end. Now, these guys are pretty seriously a pushover. You may notice also that Geebee, Quentin, and Alfredo are up to level 70. So if you missed the live streams and you're back here at, just videos, you may be like, what has been happening? But anyway, here we are. That was pretty dang easy, as the Reggies tend to be, man. They're all, pretty considerably easy compared to some of the other bosses we've dealt with, especially Purity Forest in general. Anyway, we will be on your second visit. You're going to recruit these guys. So we've got Regirock. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead. I like how he explodes and then just leaves for a camp. I'm going to go ahead and cut ahead here to a match with Regice, which will be on the 25th floor. So see you guys in just a moment. And here we are, everybody, here with Regice at the 25th floor. He says the same things. What are you, a Dalek, saying exterminate and all that? I don't know, man. But anyway, another, this is going to be, if you missed again our live stream, this is going to be a complete shutdown from Quentin's side, and so will Registeel as well. Regirock is, well, I don't know, all the legendary golems are pretty dang easy. Don't know if we're going to get Mew yet. He'll show up on floor 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 98, if I do remember correctly. Though he does have just a considerably low chance of spawning. Wow, I didn't realize we had Safeguard as well. I wasn't really paying attention if we did have that last time, because it's kind of ridiculous. And wow, what a complete pushover. Thanks for nothing, Regice, man. It's a little embarrassing, man. I have to say, it's a little embarrassing. But anyway, our in the fierce battle left an impression on Regice. Okay, so now we only got to get 10 more floors up to floor 35, and we will be battling Registeel and recruiting him as well. And then we will have gotten, I think, just about every legendary Pokemon in the game except for Mew, which is crazy. So here we go. I will see you guys at floor 35. Okay, here we go. The final of the three legendary golems. And actually my favorite one, Registeel. Let's go ahead and whoop him real quick, and then we will get back to the main part of the show, which is, as I was saying during the Regirock fight, the beginning of the end. But I wanted to get this all on screen here so you guys could see it. I've been wanting to kind of compile all these rematch with all three of these guys early on, and then we're going to get into some exciting stuff. But these guys are nice little pushovers for us, and we've got our freaking squadron over here. We've got a Medicham as well, and Noctowl, which is pretty cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and play through Buried Relic off screen again. Again, if you want to see that, it's like 41 or something like that, or 42, maybe 44 actually. I don't know. One of the early 40s. You'll see the Reggies on the thumbnail there. But yeah, super weak pushover Registeel. Wow, already defeated. What a wimp! What a pushover! All right, so there we have it, everybody. The last of the golems. We've recruited Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, and I think all that we need to recruit for our legendary Pokemon is it's just Mew. I think that's everything, man, which is crazy. So we'll see if we actually end up doing that in this episode. I imagine no, because it's pretty dang rare. And I imagine it'll just be a thing I make a little quick video about. But anyway, I will see you guys if we find Mew, or we will be back in Pokemon Square if we don't. So in any case, I will see you guys in just 1 second. Well, we did not encounter Mew. I went through the whole thing and no Mew. Didn't see Mew a single time. So that sucked. And I, went through the dungeon so much so that we, almost got blown out on different floors and everything. But you know what? It's all good. I don't think there's any other, I was doing this earlier, and there were a bunch of Pokemon at Decrepit Lab that we didn't have access to getting, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that, I guess. And we'll get, yeah, Decrepit Lab. Sure. No, I have a lot of freaking money, though. But anyway, guys, as I said, we are at the beginning of the end. We've done just about every side mission, every challenge dungeon that we could do. And we've been avoiding these guys for a while now. Medicham and Ekans. Say, sweetie, have you seen Gengar around? No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Something's been wrong with you. I wonder if I would have said yes, they'd be like, where? He won't do anything wicked with us anymore. I wonder what's wrong with him. He looks like he has a lot on his mind. You think so? His expression, it looks the same as usual, no? All I've seen is him laughing in his usual mean way. Ekans is like, my neck literally has a metal pole in it. It's different, I can tell. The way he sets his mouth, it's different just a little at the corners. Wow, that's very creepily observant, I would say. Perhaps so. Anyway, without Gengar around, Team Meanies can't operate. Such a vexing problem. That is quite the vexing problem now, isn't it? So anyway, what we actually need to do now is just do one side mission, and we will get a development here. So give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go do a side mission, and then we will cut back. So see you guys in one moment. The next morning, all right, we did a side mission, knocked some things out, and here we are. We are going to see what's in store now, if there's been any developments in the Gengar case there. Man, I take for granted how much I like the fact that Quentin comes up to the door. I feel like, well, I mean, I say it enough, but we've been doing all these side missions all the time. Oh, wow, I think a Sky Tower. Oh, wow, Silver Dojo ticket as well. Yeah, Sky Tower has been how we've been getting a bunch of items and stuff to tackle things. And hey guys, what's going on? Now that you're in the middle of town, I think Gengar headed off to Mount Freeze. I've heard it's a place that is very difficult. Nah, will he be okay? You guys haven't seen Purity Forest and the spirits of Geebee, Quentin, and Alfredo merged into G Quinn Alf to knock it out. What he means to do when he does meet Ninetales, I don't know. Interesting. Huh? What? Oh yeah, the Buried Relic music box. This is the thing we still don't have. Yeah. Supposedly attracts special Pokemon, but I wonder... It's Mew. It takes forever. It'll take the next 9 years to do it. Mount Freeze, I'm feeling nostalgic. At that time, we were so desperately trying to run away that we had no room to breathe. Oh, never mind. Here we go. We had this happen at the beginning. I was going to say, do I have to go all the way back to the top? But I guess Gengar is not at the top. Here we go. Anyway, like always, slow to rise, aren't you, Team Golden Bolt? But that's not what I came here to say. Not today. It irks me to say this, but I need your help. Can you take me up Mount Freeze? I tried over and over to go up, but it's steep and harsh. Ninetales is up on Mount Freeze. I've got to see Ninetales. I'm prepared to do whatever it takes. That's why I'm asking you. Take me up to Mount Freeze. What happens if I say no? I'm very curious. I saw that coming. I'm the fool here for even believing in you, live. No, wait. Wait, what's happening? He walks back. I'd like to say that, but I do need your help. I was like, oh, crap. What did I do? Anyway, Gengar is tagging along for the rescue team. The only place I want to go is Mount Freeze. I'm about to tag along if you're going to other dungeons. I'll only tag along when you go off to Mount Freeze. Kika. All right. Well, cool. What are you doing here? The only place I want to go is Mount Freeze, he says. I wonder if... Alfredo should still come, right? Anyway, we are going off to Mount Freeze. We'll be coming along on this adventure. Yes, and cool. I wonder if he's still like level 20 like he was before. Could very well be. Anyway, Mount Freeze. Ninetales is here, definitely. Get me to the summit. Gosh, all right, bossy dude. Relax, Gengar. Holy crap, that's so rude of you, man. All right, Mount Freeze, 20-floor dungeon that we should be able to smoke through. I'm curious to see what level Gengar is. I guess it doesn't really say. Only 121 health. He's got to be decently low. But I mean, we're gonna cruise through this thing, man, because Mount Freeze is pretty dang easy. Being at level 71, it should be pretty easy. And I think, man, it's so crazy to think that this is the beginning of the end here. Like, this is the final story thing in the entire... And it's kind of cool that there is another story thing like this, you know, after you finish some of these harder dungeons. It's kind of cool. But it's also weird to just be like, wow, you know, like, here we are with a story component of this game that we haven't... that we've been in live stream world for so long. It's like, oh, it's so crazy. Freaking Zangoose, man. I have a bad taste in my mouth with these dang Zangoose that we're encountering now because of Purity Forest and Joyous Tower. Those dungeons are purely serve to leave a sour taste in your mouth. Like, that is the point. They're just like, do you hate yourself now? I had to super clear my head and relax, man, after the Purity Forest stream, which if you haven't seen, you should go check out at least the last, 30 minutes of it or something like that, or the last 5 minutes, really, because it's a hoot. And if you like Rage and Bolt or Golden Rage, I don't know what you would call me when I'm raging, but you see that kind of in full force in that, which is, it's been a little while since we've been there. Jeez. This room. Quentin, this is like a monster house, man. Okay, unnecessary, Alfredo. Let's kill everyone. Yes, that is so satisfying, man, when you just wipe the whole room. I love that. But yeah, pretty easy dungeon coming back here. And one I guess I could conceivably have skipped through. But we're with Gengar, so it makes it a little different. I think there's only really one other main series dungeon here. And then I think after the Gengar scenario, you will, there are like 2 other dungeons, Fantasy Strait and Marvelous Sea, I think. They're pretty, nothing dungeons. Let's see what this is. Stay away one. Well, I mean, I guess we have a bunch. No real need to grab them, I don't think. Well, I mean, we're not going to be dealing with a challenge like that, like we've been dealing with before. Everything else should be pretty dang easy. Especially just, knowing how powerful we are and knowing that we're above level 70 now. I did hit 71 inside Buried Relic trying to hunt Mew, which is, terribly tragic. I'm thinking, if we, let's give Quentin this maybe. Yeah, he's only down 10, but still. That would have been pretty severe back in Purity Forest. I'm thinking, Mew being so rare and so difficult to... Oh, Notorious Frustration, sure. Being so rare to find, let alone, rare to recruit, let alone find in the dungeon. I'm thinking to not prioritize it really as like part of a Let's Play, because really, it would equate to a 30-second recruit sequence of finding him and then, pressing yes. And then warping out of there. It's kind of why I wanted to start with the legendary golems, just because, they are kind of imperative. And they're, legendary Pokemon that we can recruit. And I think we've officially gotten every single legendary in this game aside from Mew, really. Like, that's it. Which is so weird to think. It's like, man, we got everyone in this dang dungeon. So bananas. Or in this dang game. In this dang dungeon. Let's just switch to Quentin for a little while, because we can save our apples and then just wipe everything, because it's an icy dungeon. Man, and like Marvelous Sea and Fantasy Strait, those 2 other dungeons from the 2, they're very easy optional dungeons, and I think they're both water-based dungeons, which is really funny. Poopy Tar! That was lame, I'm sorry. Wary Walk, cool. Poopatar is... I guess it's Pupitar because he's a pupa. What did he say? Gotcha, keke? I'm glad he does his keke laugh. I wonder when when the Treehouse team writes that, what's the envision? What's the vision for that? What would that actually sound like? Keke, or like, remember Koga, in Pokemon Red and Blue and Yellow, and I guess Leaf Green and Fire Red too. And I guess Let's Go also, because remake. Koga laughs like he goes foo foo foo. And it's like, what is that laugh supposed to sound like? Maybe that's what it's supposed to sound like. It's like foo 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 foo. It's like a more subtle kind of like nasal laugh or something. I don't really know. But still weird. Oh, look at all these guys coming in here, man. If this was Purity Forest, I'd be crapping myself seeing the amount of Pokemon that are coming in here. It's like, no. Yeah, man, so wild. But it's a good time. It's a good time coming back to an easy dungeon. And it's so funny too, because we're so engineered to be like Mount Freeze. It was so treacherous, coming up here to find Ninetales and like, can we make it? And we have Alfredo and like, but are we safe? And oh, he's probably gonna make you fall asleep there. Okay. Oh, I thought I was way further. I thought this thing was on the other side of the room, not where I thought I was on the other side of the room, way closer to the stairs. But, you know, I was wrong. It's all good. What's this? Tiny Reviver Seed. I will take it. Let's go ahead and drop the eye drop seed and then maybe use it. I mean, the traps are pretty much, oops. The traps are pretty few and far between here, but let's eat it because why not? This is not a dungeon that tries to, oh, I guess it is. I was going to say that tries to ream you all that, you know, hard, but I guess it sure can be. Freaking game. It's fun to play this and not want to pull your hair out. It's a fun game when you're not doing that stuff, but ooh. Oh, I love that it's doing the midway point. You dare fail after coming all this way. Gengar, have you seen how good we are now? Don't let your guard down. Be cautious. Geebee, we're almost at the summit. Let's keep at it. Yes, let's go. I love that it gives you the midway point again, because typically when you run Mount Freeze, you just kind of skip over the midway point. Which means our belly is back, which I can go back to playing as me, which is exciting. Sleep Seed, nah. The music, it's still scary, man. It's just like because we know how scary this dungeon can be. Dang it, Quentin. At least Gengar can move. Quinta's just like, sorry, I can't move. I'm glad that it doesn't do like, oh, you gotta warp him. Sorry. Like, that was the worst. Really, Quentin? He's literally right in front of you. We did Joyous Tower together, Quentin. You were there. We did it. We had we did Joyous Tower. We did Wish Cave. We did all of them. And Quentin's over here like, oops. It's weird to just have the moves that we actually are supposed to. Are you kidding me? That's so stupid of you. You're gonna regret that. I'm not gonna see it though because I'm gonna be asleep. How weird is that? Geebee was just like tossed a seed, went to sleep by this orb dragon thing named Shelgon. Wasn't able to during his sleep. Okay, that scared me. During his sleep, it died, and then he wakes up and it's just like, oh, the room is safe. How terrifying would that have been? It's like you go to sleep, it's like something's going to kill me. And then you wake up and it's like, everything is fine, mysteriously? Bye. Wow, we hit every single time. It's pretty... What do I have, Rapid Bullseye? Am I Geeb Quinalf? Wow, Gengar also 57. You're doing 57 damage to a Glalie and you're over here taunting me. You can do better than that. He's like, bring me up there. You must do what I tell you to do. Aha, I'm so much better than you. It's like, Gengar, have you seen? Oh, stupid. Stupid. Goodbye. Wake up. Wake up. We're about to put a little makeup. Pineco, god dang. It's like, sorry, man. I have to take a full 2 to 3 hour nap. Are you guys nap people? I am not a nap person. I actually hate naps. I actually don't like going to... I mean, I like the feeling of sleeping, but I don't like having to sleep. I wish I could just like push a button or like plug myself into a chair or something like that and just be like, oh, I got my proper sleep like that. Now I feel rested and now I have 8 more hours to do things. That's just, I don't know. Maybe that's some kind of weird trait or something. I don't know. Maybe it's a very specific thing. Who knows? I like being awake and like doing things, but I also hate morning time, but it's probably because I stay up late to do those things, and then it's like, oh, so I'm tired in the mornings. Can you move, please, guys? What are you doing? Bide for Pineco. You're gonna end up dying. It's gonna be an embarrassment. Don't die, Pineco. Don't be an embarrassment. Oh, he can't. No, he's fine, dummy. Are you good? Are you good? Okay. He was like, I'm literally dying. Please give me one of your 800 reviver seeds. It's like, no. Anyway, the final floor of Mount Freeze Peak here. With Gengar staring at me, man. He's just a face with arms. And it's terrifying to think about. Just like this giant walking face. It's like, no. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there used to be on Nickelodeon when I was like very little. So maybe you guys don't know about this because this is when I was really little. There used to be like a virtual, geez, it's getting messed up. A virtual host kind of Nickelodeon called Face, and it was awesome. But anyway, the top of Mount Peak is what I almost said. Mount Freeze Peak. Ooh, here at last, we're at the peak. Hey, Ninetales, where are you? Come out. Hey, Ninetales, good to see you again. Yeah, long time, Ninetales. Recognize me? What do you want? You want to know what I want? Look at me. Isn't it your fault that I look like this? What, you can't even begin by apologizing? It is not my fault. It all arose because you fled. Isn't that so? You fled from yourself as a human. And you fled from Gardevoir. It was I who cast the curse. But you became Gengar because you abandoned Gardevoir. It was Gardevoir that bore my curse, not you. Yeah, you're quibbling. Anyway, about that curse, how about lifting it already? He's like, did you hear anything I just effing said? You have the nerve to ask that. That's right. Imagine me asking anyone for a favor. I mean, you just asked me to carry you up the mountain, so turn me down and I'll KO you. Wow. I'll KO you. It won't be me doing the fighting, it'll be Geebee here. And Geebee's like, no. I'll see this curse lifted even if it means taking you on. If I regret to inform you, even if you could defeat me, the curse would remain. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I would like to think we could deal with Ninetales, and holy horror. Had to screenshot that one because that is a memeable face if I've ever seen one. What are you saying? We Ninetales are known to be vengeful in the extreme. So if you if you stab me in the back, I will hate you forever. Our curses are so powerful even we cannot lift them, but there may be a way, however. I became enraged at your treacherous heart, and on it I laid my curse. For that reason, depending on your heart now, the curse may be lifted. Take this with you. Is it an apple pie? What the F is this? How am I supposed to eat this? Anyway, we received the Nine-Tailed Crest from Ninetales. Gardevoir's physical form is sealed within the Murky Cave. The seal can be broken by that stone, the Nine-Tailed Crest. Gotcha. We just go to this Murky Cave and plunk down that rock, and that breaks the seal. So goodbye to the curse. How do you like that? It's ridiculously simple. You know what's not simple, Gengar? The fact that your pupils did that, and the rest of your eyes didn't. That's not simple at all. There was a way to lift the curse after all. They also look like they've heavily been like just MS painted in there. Hey, I kept you waiting. Let's get home. All right, I guess. God, I love that Alfredo's in the cutscene, man. That makes my heart so happy when they do that. That oaf. He has changed in many ways, but he is wavering. His old and new emotions are clashing within his heart. If he would only realize that upon reaching the Murky Cave, if he does not... Ooh, spooks! Major spooks! All right, well, we finished at Mount Freeze here. Wow, Pineco wants to join your team. Cool, because they have Secretive Forest. Do you want him to join your team? Sure. Do we have... I guess we don't have Pineco, not in camp. That's cool. Yet another Pupitar. Sorry, guys, was just hydrating there. Because, apparently, I have to do that now. So oh, what do you want? You did good today. Next, we go to that Murky Cave place. That sounds like another challenging place, so I'll need your help still. Am I getting paid for this, Gengar? You just gonna do that to me, man? Well, I guess we could technically get started here at Murky Cave. Because that definitely didn't take a terribly long amount of time. Let's do our best. Late riser. Whoa, Gengar, again? It's the Murky Cave next. I'll need your help for that. Okay, fine. Oh, I should have said no again to see if he just walked away to the Murky Cave. Gardevoir's physical form. That's where it is. He looks like he would be saying Gardevoir's physical form. Dash where dash. With his mouth like in that freaking triangle. Nah, that's not important. I just feel like going. Okay, go there for me. To the Murky Cave. Gengar can now tag along. I love that. I'll only tag along when you go to Murky Cave. He's like, if you want to take a couple of days to get to Murky Cave, that's fine with me. All right, so I guess, we're still pretty solid. Oh, I should probably deposit that dojo ticket, and then I guess we can use it at some point. So contrary to what I said before, we will not technically be ending the LP off. I guess the LP will end kind of around Fantasy Straight time when we do those. Because really, this is it, and then there's Marvelous Sea and Fantasy Straight that are unlocked. after the Gengar scenario. So Murky Cave will not actually be the final thing we do in this LP. So hooray! But we will go ahead and get started here. Murky Cave, which is where the previous Blue Rescue Team LP actually ended. So let's go ahead and get started here. Coming on for this adventure. Let's depart. We'll do maybe just a few floors of this. It's a completely new dungeon, and then it still looks really creepy, doesn't it? We're here at Murky Cave. It's got the whole like blobby looking stone to it. Don't leave me behind. It's like leaking. I don't know. It's something about Murky Cave really creeps me out, but I think that's probably the point. All right. Well, welcome to Murky Cave, everybody. The last story dungeon so far. Oh, I should point out, or I should have pointed out. I finally got a Totodile off screen. Wow, you freaking killed that thing, Gengar. I finally got a Totodile off screen while running through Buried Relic, and it's awesome. So I'm definitely gonna get him to evolve to Feraligatr at some point, which is the best because it's like, yay, I got my favorite starter. Favorite mainline Pokemon starter, because obviously Psyduck is my favorite starter for this game, of course. But yeah, that's I was just like, it finally happened. Like a bunch of lasts are finally like, a bunch of final things are happening, which is, it's sad, but all great series must come to an end at some point. You know what? Let's assemble a freaking army in this dungeon, man. I want to assemble an army. Oh wow, I didn't even realize that Mudkip wasn't with us. I thought that Mudkip was like on our team for some reason, and I was like, wait, what? Yes, Jumpluff, you can join us, I guess. I just want to assemble an army, so, it'll be fun that way. Lotad. Bunch of really weak Pokemon in here. I guess maybe one of the goals should be to bring less powerful Pokemon if you really want, but dang, riled up. That's really OP. Hey, Mudkip! Oh, I don't have Gourd Swamp, but you can join us. I guess I probably should have got Gourd Swamp before we left, but it's all good. I figured we'll probably let's go ahead and maybe there's no point in hitting that. Get to the 5th floor here, and then we'll probably end the episode off so that we can save the majority of the Murky Cave Chronicles for episode 51. That's how you know a series has been solid, man. When you get into the episode 50s for a Let's Play, it's like, oh, this has been an expansive series and something that you could watch in full. So if I'm recording this pretty much directly after we did the Purity Forest stuff for the release on the 28th, I guess, technically. I wasn't able to snag the fan art just yet, but there is a bunch of new fan art, I believe. So if you have sent fan art during the time span of us doing the live streams to now, I will feature them in episode 51. So look forward to that. And if you'd like to send fan art for the next episode, you can do that once again by sending it to. You can tweet it at me at GoldenBolt. You can drop it in the artwork channel on our Discord if you'd like to join the Discord as well. The link should be in the description of this video. And you can also email it if you have access to neither of those. You can send me an email. Or to our community email, thundercloudgb@gmail.com. Anyway, guys, I think we are actually going to. Let's go get this Masquerain, and then we'll probably end the episode off. Masquerain does whatever, and Masquerain is the same. I don't know. Maybe we'll get through just this type formation. Okay. We know that's been pretty handy, though I don't think that there are any Pokemon in Murky Cave that are going to force us to use, tight formation. I love just exploring this, man, and it just kind of being... I love just cruising through the game, I guess, without there being a Reviver Seed. We also went through, all of Purity Forest. I would say we did go through the whole second half without a single Reviver Seed from, 55 on. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and take the Surskit out. And then... we are going to end the episode off here, so the next episode will not be the finale, because I would like to do Marvelous Sea and Fantasy Straight as well, and then that will be every dungeon we will have shown off, every single dungeon. But anyway, guys, we are going to end things off here. Thank you very much for joining me on this installment of our adventure. From me to you, have a very nice day, and I will see you guys next time.